What's up, reptile family? Welcome back to Mad Hatter Exotics, your go-to spot for everything scaly and spectacular. Today we're diving into one of the trickiest mysteries in the reptile world. How to tell if your Savannah Monitor is male or female. If you've been second-guessing your monitor's gender, you're not alone. There is a lot of misinformation out there, and even experienced keepers and vets get it wrong. In this video, we're cutting through the myths, showing you the real way to tell male versus female, and giving you the tool to figure it out with confidence. So you want to stick around till the end. The beer monitor is always the male. Sounds simple, right? Well, not exactly. While it's true that males tend to be larger than females, this isn't always the case. Size can vary depending on the individual's genetics, diet, and age. For example, here we actually have two. We know this is a male and we know this is a female. And you can actually see the major size difference between the two. But this female will still grow a lot, as well as Bino male, who's not sitting still, will also still grow. And
a few moments later.
Size alone isn't a reliable way to determine gender alone. The best way is by looking for specific physical traits, which we will now discuss throughout this video. Now let's get to one of the most controversial and common ways. You can always tell the gender by looking at the vent area. This is only partially true, but needs some clarification. You can differentiate males from females through this method, but it requires careful observation. Males typically have a slightly more pronounced bulge near the vent area, called the hemipenal bulge, which houses the hemipenis. Females usually don't have this bulge, and their vent is more flat, but this can be subtle and hard to detect, especially in a young monitor and the unexperienced eye. You can always tell a male from a female by their behavior. This is a tricky one because males and females can exhibit similar behaviors. While males may show more aggression or territorial behavior, females can act similar in similar ways, especially if they feel threatened. We have seen with our Savannah monitors that our females show more aggression behavior than our males. Like Bane. Look here, he is like a sweet little puppy. So while behavior can give you a clue, it is not always a method to use. You can probe your monitors. This is a method used to determine gender with a variety of reptiles, and mostly snakes. Female monitors have a hemiclitoral, which can be quite long, and by using the probing technique will still show you that you have a male, which makes this an ineffective method. Also, by probing your Savannah monitor, you can cause extensive damage to your monitor's reproductive organs, and we do not recommend this method at all. Using a flashlight to look for a hemipenis through the tail. This is another method that is used for a variety of reptiles. We have actually tried and tested this method, and one can see nothing, unlike a corn snake, for example, where it is very, very clear. Alright, so how do we accurately determine the gender? The first very accurate method is eversion. Monitors will evert when they swim and feel the need to, poop. Sometimes male will also evert to scent mark, and especially when there's females around. Then the best and most reliable method is using a sonar machine to look for ovaries, but this method can only be used on sub-adults to adults. Here you can clearly see there is no ovaries. Now let me show you what the ovaries look like. So there you have it, guys, debunking some myths around your Savannah monitor's gender. The key to to take away here is that no single method works every time, but with a little bit of patience and careful observations, in time you can figure it out. Please drop us a comment below. Tell us about the weird myths that you have heard, or even tell us about your Savannah Monitor. See you next time. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, there's a playlist that you can check out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for reptile adventures. As always, stay wild, stay curious, and see you next time.